Welcome back to another video, my people. And today, I'm just gonna be talking a little bit about subjects I've been meaning to talk about here for the last couple of days. Now's the time I got the time and energy that I want to come with this video. It's a little bit of questionnaire and a little bit of thinking outside of the box or whatever, the paradigm that we're taught to think out of, we're taught to think in. But I was at the gas station. I try to go to the gas station only one time a week, and fill me up or whatever. Hopefully I'm not on E at that time, but hopefully I get a quarter tank or whatever. And lately I've been filling up, and it's been about $40 to fill up my tank. 15 gallons or 16 gallons that holds or whatever. Lasts me throughout the week, and maybe a little bit then some to the next week. So $40. Okay, gas right now at the gas station I can go to is $2.50. You want to go downtown or go to like a place where they know you got money out, like over that way from my direction. I don't live in that part of the city, but like downtown area, they're charging people like $2.90, $3, or the so-called high class, high whatever they call it, the upper class. They're paying $3 a gallon for gas. So I go to the gas station, and I always go in, pay cash, whatever. I'm trying to use my card less and less, for one, because the banks are just outrageous. They're out of control. They must be stopped. I'm tired of dealing with banks. So I go to the gas station. I walk in. I'm looking. I go to the water section where they sell the water bottles. Okay, they got Smart Water. They got the Sunny. They got Aquafina. And then another bottle. Okay, the cheapest bottle of water I see is a 1 liter bottle. Yeah, it's a 1 liter bottle for $1.79. Okay, gas is $2.50. It was gonna take me 6 more 1 liter bottles to equal up to a gallon. Okay, so that means not 6 more gallons. It's gonna take me what, I forget the actual conversion, but it'll be $6 and some change for the cheapest bottle of water I could find in there to get me to a gallon of water. Smart Water is gonna be around $8. Okay. Now, if you go to a Walmart or a Publix or HEB, Kroger, wherever your place is, I mean, you can buy their value brand for maybe $1 for a gallon of water. Okay, but if you want some nice alkaline water, some purification water, or it has a good label on it, name brand like a Smart Water or Fiji or something, for a gallon of water, to equal up a gallon of water, you're gonna be paying $4 to $5. Okay, some lower end $3. Okay, now to go to milk. If you want milk, I know I haven't bought a gallon of milk in 3 or 4 years almost. Okay, gallon milk, I know for a fact it costs $3 or $4. Okay, and that's just in Alabama. Prices are moderately priced. Okay, I know for almond milk, $4.09 for not even a gallon. Okay, so that leaves me thinking: if gas is such special commodity, they're having to drill millions and millions of miles in the earth, in the core of the earth. They're having to bring it from Canada through the pipeline. They're having to go to the Middle East to shoot up people to get oil. They're having to, at a point last year, around this point last year, they were paying people to take the oil off their land, off their field, off their ships or whatever. So it's clearly not, as scarce, as bad, as hazardous as they claim to be. Okay, then we take oil for example. I know for me, a 5 quart thing of oil, it's gonna cost me about $25, $25. Okay, if I go buy some olive oil, a little 1 quart of olive oil and 1 quart of Pennzoil or Mobil Oil One, it's gonna be about the same price. Okay, so people have been taught to think like gas is just so astronomically. You have to do all this work, drill in the ground, bring it back up. You have to go out off the shore to do underground welding and do whatever you're doing. Pipelines from Canada to Nebraska, uh, and once they shut down the pipeline, so whatever that, if that's even true, if the pipeline was even a thing, I mean, what? Why would you even need a pipeline from Canada? That just makes no sense. Like, how does this thing even work? Because the picture they showed had no breaks in the pipes, where you could turn off and then work on this section for about a section for 2 miles. It wasn't like a 2 mile here, 2 mile there, 2 mile there. It was one whole pipe from Nebraska or Kansas or wherever it is, straight up to Canada. Like, it made no sense. And it's like, it wasn't even at a slope. It was kind of like up, down, up and down. It wasn't flat. It's like a vacuum they pull in this fuel through or this gas through or whatever. It just makes no sense. Go back to the gold gas thing, the whole fuel thing, petrol. Petrol and oil and everything, Vaseline. Vaseline isn't too expensive. For a big tub of Vaseline, that's pure petroleum right there. Lard, basically. Versus margin, which is gas, fuel, whatever. Like, this thing is not that expensive. It in some cases it's cheaper than water. It's cheaper than milk, cheaper than apple juice. I mean, and then oil is the same price for like olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I'm just trying to comprehend on how we are taught to think like this is such a thing that you can't even make at home. Like, that's probably one of the only things that people have not been talking about mainstream wise is making their own fuel at home. They've been talking about solar panel this, solar panel that. They've been talking about getting your septic tank. People talk about septic tank, getting a well, planting your own food. But no one talks about fuel, gas, oil. No one talks about that. I mean, they have biogas systems that you just basically compost. In the compost, you throw trash in the thing, and all of a sudden you get gas. And that's probably a heads up of what these recycling and landfill companies do. Shoot, even a big name brand YouTube channel posted out about New York. How New York, they do that. They break all that material down, all your trash down, and then pump it back up with gas. Regenerate to gas. Okay. Let me rephrase myself. So-called natural gas, like the gas, not gas station gas, like fuel. But yeah, like, it's not that expensive. Even in some places, fuel is $4. Okay, that's still along the same lines, if not cheaper than milk. Okay, it's a little bit more expensive than water, but it's not that expensive. And so we have water falling out of the sky. The only other thing that's so abundant, that's just here, there, anywhere you want to go, trees and plants, which are the same thing, just on a different scale. Water falls out the sky, you see plants on the ground. That's one thing that is always has and forever will be. Okay. So earth and water simply is how they get this fuel or this gas. There's no need to drill thousands or hundreds of feet into the ground, which they don't anyway. It doesn't even add up when you put it together. Like, even Henry Ford, which he got his whole, they call industrial plants because of George Washington Carver. Him and Carver were friends or were buddies. And Henry Ford had came down to Alabama and met up with George Washington Carver, and he gave him blueprints about the whole plant stuff. Which in different, Henry Ford ended up talking about using hemp seeds as a fuel for his cars, which wasn't his cars. He just got the patent to the car. So, yeah, like, it all comes with seeds, all comes with plants. It's you got press oil presser basically. They probably use big massive industrial size oil pressers. Grinding up plants. I know not too far from where I live is big tanks, gas tanks It's probably just fermenting, probably fermenting some alcohol, basically like moonshine, just on a legal level and just on an astronomical level. You just ferment. You just ferment and you mix stuff up, oil press, alcohol, water, sugar, a little bit, a couple other plants probably is included. The methane or the ethanol level, I'm pretty sure that's just alcohol at a higher level. I'm almost certain it's just alcohol, and alcohol is nothing but is not too hard to make your own alcohol, as people know that. But yeah, it's just really interesting when you sit down and try to break this thing down, what you've been taught and what seems to be the social norm, and no one questions how and what is in this gas. If I go and get my oil container outside, I cannot find ingredients listed on my oil, because probably only about three ingredients in that oil. Quite honestly, like I could probably I'm gonna do an experiment one day and put oil from my car and oil like olive oil that I cook with. I don't think it would be too far away from each other. And then the whole gas thing, all people know is 87, 85, 89, 93, 90 diesel. No one else questions, okay, what all is in this whole gasoline thing that you're selling me, that I've been going to every day, not every day, every week, every other week to get gas, spending $2,000 a year on, $3,000 a year on, depending on where you live, how much you drive. That's a big investment. $2,000 here for fuel, petroleum. You spend another $3,000. I don't know where everyone lives, so $3,000 on electricity. No one questions where electricity comes from. Then you have the so-called natural gas. No one really questions where that comes from. Okay, you got water. Everyone pretty much knows what water is. Falls out the sky. It's rain. And then what other necessities? I mean, outside of that, everyone knows a little bit of something about gardening. But those five things right there, it is what people go and work for. Sure, you got take buy your house or your car or something. That's a pretty hefty expense. But those are 4 and 5 core things that people spend, just say all on together, $5,000 to $10,000 a year on every year. It's nothing like you pay it off and you don't got paid again every year, and the prices keep going up. Okay, so we need to get together as a people and figure this whole thing out on what we've been buying and what we've been consuming. Stop being consuming. We need to start creating and learn how everything works from top to bottom. Because like I've been speaking with a fellow brother of mine, like everyone at their job just does their job. They're 15 degree, they're 30 degree, they're 90 degree of the work. Then you rely on another 90 degree. Then you rely on another 90 degree to do their work. Then eventually you end up to your 360 full circumference of your work, of your job. I know for a fact, at the airport, I'm one of very few people that knows a little bit about gate, a little bit about mechanic, a little bit about pilot, a little about flight attendant, a little bit. I know a lot about ramp, cargo, ops. I have my hands, I have my knowledge in all these spaces, because I need to know if something fails, or if I need to want to just help out one day. I need to know how to do this, do that, do this, do that, and not look like a complete fool when I get thrown out of place out of my typical criteria. Because you always want to have as much knowledge, as much circumference of the circle as you can in your job space, in your home, your communities, your field of work, of hobbies or whatever. You don't want to just know what you know, just be tunnel and don't look up, don't ask questions, don't introduce yourself to the other crew or the other side of the building. I like to do everything. At least have know how to know 10% of that job and know 100% of the job I'm actually working, and 10% of this, 15% of that, 30% of this, 25% of that. But that's all I got to come to y'all and say. I got to make another video after this one because I've been running short of my videos, been working kind of late some days, and then the other days I've, just been feeling tired. Other days just been eating or going to the park or something, just catching in the sun and the moon and stars. Hasta luego, amigos. Keep asking questions. Stay out of line. Make your own line.